Here is one of the things you might be doing right now that is destroying your internal organs and disrupting your hormone and gradually leading to chronic health conditions, which in turn will lead to early death. Hi, my name is Oluchi, a mental health therapist and a health coach. And this is Overall Health. Here we talk about everything that impacts health and also ways to improve your health and the quality of life. Everything that you can do about health starts not just about what you eat, but also the things you do around you, where you save your food, and the things you use in preparing the food. Today, I will be talking more about plastic containers. If you're the type that uses plastic containers to save your food, hot food, or microwave your food in plastic containers, you need to stop it right now because it is gradually killing your organs and disrupting your hormones, thereby leading to chronic health conditions that will in turn lead to early mortality. One of the things I want to focus on today is plastics and heat. And there are three major ways we expose plastic to heat. One of the ways is through food containers, the plastics that we use in saving our food. The second way is the cooking utensils. And the third way is through the chopping board. So those are the three major ways that we expose plastics to heat and then ingest them, which leads to hormone and endocrine disruptors, which it can lead to chronic health conditions. There are three chemicals found in plastic containers. One, BPA is one of the chemicals used in making plastic containers transparent, and it is a well-researched and known hormone disruptors. So if you're saving your food, what happens is when you, in the presence of heat, this chemical leaches into the food, thereby contaminating the food and making it toxic. So when you eat this food, then you're no longer eating food, you're eating chemical, a major hormone disruptor. The second chemical found in plastic is called phthalate. Phthalate is used to make plastic flexible. So phthalate is also known as endocrine disruptor. And so if in the presence of heat again, it leaches into the food, thereby making the food toxic. And when you eat it, it will disrupt your endocrine system. And the endocrine system, it's what regulates most functions in your body. So when this is disrupted, it can lead to chronic health conditions. The third chemical found in plastic containers is styrene. Styrene also can leach into your food, thereby disrupting your hormones and causing health conditions. For you to also know that these chemicals are gradually leaching into your food is also how the plastic changes over time. So when you continuously use this plastic, you see the change in the shape. You also see changes in the color. This is, to show you that those chemicals are leaching out into your food. And the more heat that goes into those plastic also can determine how fast these colors can change and also how shapes can change quickly. And you might be wondering, what are the alternatives? So there are research out there that has been done checking other containers that people use in saving their food. One of the safest one they found is glass. So you can use glass plate or stainless steels to save your food. Stainless steel and glasses are the safest things you can use to save your food and live long. So yeah, let me know in the comment below if this is a change that you'll be making in your kitchen soon. And also another plastic I want to talk about, the spatula. the same thing goes, it's also the same thing. And spatula, you use it to cook, stir food when you're cooking, and in the presence of that heat, these chemicals I mentioned earlier are also leaching into that food that you're cooking. So do away with plastic spatulas and spoons. Instead, switch to other alternative like wooden spoons or stainless steel again for it, and your health will also thank you. Another way people also use plastic is the cotton bud. So sometimes people use, have you ever imagined where those plastic that is missing in the cotton bud are going? It's in your body. It goes into your food and then goes into your body. So when you're cutting your food and chopping your food, veggies and all that, and your meat in plastic cotton buds, you see that over time it will change. I remember when I took, because again, in my undergraduate, I did Bachelor of Health Studies. So one of the courses I took was actually food. It was actually on of food safety. So during the food safety class, we did how to avoid cross-contamination. So, and one of the suggestions they gave us was using different colors of cotton bud, green, blue, yellow, white, and all that, right? And I thought I was doing the right thing. I did same. So I used different color of plastic cotton bud for my meat. Anything meat, I use different thing. Anything fresh food, I use different thing. Anything veggies, I use different thing. And so I have different colors of that. And when I started doing my health coach certification, I started researching, things started coming up. I'm like, I've been doing this. I thought I'm doing healthy thing, right? So it's better for you to actually play safe, right? You can use wooden cotton bud and not cross-contaminate your food. One of the things you can do as not to cross-contaminate your food, which is also another health hazard, is actually you can use wooden cotton bud, but after use, you wash. Or you can have 2 or 3 different wooden cotton bud, but maybe change if you cannot recognize the one you use, you buy different shapes, different sizes, so that when you know that the biggest one is for your meat. For me, the biggest one is for anything meat, chicken, beef, anything, any kind of animal product. I use that biggest one. So the middle one, the medium size wooden chopping board, I use that one for anything fruits. All my fruits goes there. And then the third, the smallest one, which I consider the smallest one, but it's not small, it's actually what I use for my vegetables. So if I want to cut veggies, I just use that one. The most important thing is, you're not ingesting plastic. What you are ingesting in this case will be wood, which wood can actually digest in your system. You can also expel them. You know what I mean? Expel them. So yeah, so don't use plastic. It's very dangerous. It's very detrimental to your health. It disrupts your hormones and your endocrine system, and which can lead to chronic health conditions, which can lead to early mortality. So if not taken care of, thank you. Bye-bye.